Hello friends, I welcome all of you. In this video, I'll talk about different type of cables we use in networking for connecting our this printers, workstations, routers, switches. So this is very important topic because I see that this is not known to wider audience and this is not covered by even in some of the most famous courses. Okay, so just take a look at the screen. So I have listed down 6 different type of cables we use in today's world. All right, so first two categories belong to Ethernet cables. First one is straight cable and then there is a crossover cable. Both are twisted pair cables. Then we have fiber optical cables, then console cable as known as rollover cable. On this topic I have already recorded a video. And then there's a fifth one which is coaxial cable and serial cables. These serial cables are for WAN. Coaxial cables we don't use much. It used to be in the past, like in late 2000, or you can say early 2000 year. Now you'll find these two cables in all of the environments. And even crossover cable is not very much used. Means out of 10,000 only you'll find only one person using crossover cable, right? So in every offices, every homes and data center you'll find this Ethernet cables. Earlier they used to carry low amount of data per second, but now the technology has evolved and these now have been designed to carry more data transmission. Okay, so total of 6 cables. Let's move forward and talk about these. So these Ethernet cables are twisted pairs. So once you open this cable, then you'll find 8 thin cables inside of it. Each will have different colors. Okay, so 4 cables will have 2 colors and 4 will have 1 color each. Okay, so those which will have 2 colors, in that one of the colors will be white, like orange white, green white, brown white, right? So this is the standard actually. Okay, so why do we do this twisting? So what is twisting? It is just like one cable is overlapped over the another cable. So it is actually to avoid electromagnetic interference and crosstalk, just to ensure that data transmission happens reliably without any slowness or any kind of there should not be any delay, jitter, right? So this is the meaning of twisted pair. Both straight and cross cable are twisted pair only. All right, so then it further has two categories: unshielded and shielded. Shielded means it will be coated just to provide more immunity from the you can say electromagnetic interference. This happens because of the presence of many of the computers and big servers, right, or in factories wherein it causes disruptions in the traffic flow. So in those places like data centers, server rooms and factories, you'll find this STP Ethernet cable. Okay, it will be a bit costly. Otherwise these will be twisted only. And the first one, unshielded, means normal, like your own home. You don't have many big servers or racks which are powered on, right? So there is no such use case for using STP at home. If you have it you can use it, but UTP is the one which we use in our homes for connecting PCs, printers and routers. All right, so and there are 3 categories which I've listed. I have not listed Cat 5, which used to be in 2005. Okay, Cat 5 was mainly for transferring up to 100 Mbps of traffic per second. And after that, because of the global, eruption of the internet, data usage had grown significantly and exponentially. So technology also advanced, right? So cat 5 was up to 100 mbps, and then one standard came named cat 5e extended version. It was capable up to 1 gbps over a distance of up to 100 meters. Okay, then there is a cat 6. Cat means category. Okay, cat 6 can carry up to 10 gbps. In our homes we don't need more than 5e. 1 gbps is enough. All right, and you will not touch it. And to be able to use these cables, your your workstation should also be capable to the maximum level, right? So if your workstation capability is up to 100 mbps and you're using 6 category 6 cable, it will fall back only up to 100 mbps, right? However, these will have common connector. Connector is a small plastic piece or metal piece connected on the both ends of cable. Okay, in the Ethernet we have RJ45, registered jack 45, which is a standard of it. So this is used in the LAN. So cat 6 up to 10 gbps up to the distance of 55 meters, and 6A is for longer distance. All right, if you have two buildings which are separated by, let's say, 200 meters, you may consider using cat 6A, and you'll continue to see enhancements. And then there are standards T568A and B. So I told you that there are 8 thin cables, and these are colored cables. 4 will have dual colors, okay, like white orange, white brown, white green. Okay, so 4 cables will be dual colored and 4 will have individual colors. Okay, and each of these thin cables inside of this Ethernet twisted pair, these provide voltage up to plus minus 2 volt it carries. Okay, and if you have a device which draws power on using PoE means power over Ethernet, like your IP phones which you use in offices, like your these cameras. Now these are you don't need to supply power separately. They can use it from your LAN cable as well, but your device, the switch, should be PoE supported. All right, so I was saying that plus minus 2 volt is generally it is capable, each cable. And if it is a PoE, if there is a PoE device connected, then it can handle up to 40 volt each cable, just for your information. So these standards are as per that only. So if you see the connector will have 8 pins because we have 8 thin cables. So both ends will have 8 pins. All right, so straight cable means the cable which is inside of the pin 1, the same cable will be on the pin 1 of the other end. Means both end will have same cable on pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4, pin 5 and 6, 7, 8, right? So again I repeat, the cable which is on pin 2, the same cable at the other end will go to pin 2 at other end. There will be one sender and receiver end, right? Two ends you connect. So these will be straight cables. Straight, that is why it is known as straight. So we use straight cables in our homes, offices, I told you, everywhere, for connecting switches as well. But when you use 2 workstations to connect directly without using any switch, then you need to use cross cable. Cross means the cable on one end, if it is on pin 1, then on the other end it will be on pin 3. Okay, the cable which is on pin 2 of left end, it will be on the pin 6 of the right end, on the other end. That is like crossing, because two similar type of devices cannot talk. You need to cross. So two PCs need cross cable, and old switches used to have this kind of requirement as well, to use cross cables. Okay, but now switches are very intelligent. You can use straight cables and these will work, these will connect. Earlier, some 20 years back, we used to have special cross cable. Otherwise, we used to ask the cabling guy to make an arrangement of the cross cable. So he used to cut the cable with his equipment and used to do some crossing. That is why it was cross cable. So first type of cable is used mostly. I don't think you need to connect your PC with another PC directly, right? Because we have other arrangements, like we can connect these two over the Wi-Fi or to a switch, right? So if you have a requirement of transferring data at very high speed, then you may consider cross cable, right? But it is not very much needed. And switches have become very intelligent. These auto adjust. Okay, so I was talking about the same standards. So there is a standard, just take a look. 568A, first pin will have white/green cable, second will have green, white, orange, blue, white, blue, orange, white, brown, brown. So in this order you have to connect the cables, and this is known as 568 standard. And 568B is the first one, this one, it goes to third position, and second one goes to sixth position, green, right? Otherwise rest of these four cables are at the same place, like blue is at the fourth here, and brown is at the eighth, and white brown is at the seventh, right? So on the straight, you can use a 568 standard cable on both ends. It will be having the same only. If you buy a straight cable, then either you can buy 568 standard cable or 568B, but ideally don't think about it, simply buy a cable, things will work. It is just for your informational purposes, right? So you can use 568 on both ends or 568B on both ends, so it will be straight cables. But in the cross cable, the cable which you bought as a cross cable, then you will find one end like this and other end like this. Okay, that is cross. You understood? So directly connecting two devices of the same type, two switches or two PCs without a switch, then that is cross again. Okay, RJ45 is the connector being used in both straight and cross cables. One end is wired as T568A. This is, I am talking about cross, and other end is T568B. Just a theory work. Don't need to stress. Just an informational purposes. Okay, you will not use these standards at all. So this one was straight cable, and this one is cross. Use straight only.